window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Ay. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put the numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit on my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more. Tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board.
Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Tampa.
Let's go, let's go!
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Now, this series between the 49ers and the Bucs began back in 1977 in Tampa Bay's 2nd year in the NFL. It's been a series that the 49ers have dominated, 17-7 overall, although Tampa has won the last 2 meetings. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st down San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Nick Chubb, 32 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
We go tonight. I-20.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Bravo! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On the delay, here's Carson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, when you and I sit down and play chess, you're always winning. So I've got to figure out how to get that done. But we're watching a real chess match today between the offense and the defense. And on that play, called a draw, the defense ended up winning.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Out of the gun. Gone. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. A give running right is Chubb. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Ready? Like 5! Watch the curve! Watch the curve! Go, Mike,
now Ben on 3rd and long. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. To throw is gone. Throwing deep for Galladay. It's caught inside the 25. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 67 yards, as his guys are on the board here this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Roethlisberger will throw. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the 2 teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Roethlisberger now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Brown. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the 49er first down.
Here we go, here we go. Black 30. No spacing. Black 50, Mike 50. Switch up, switch up. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Black.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And John Brown's got it complete.
Roethlisberger's pass
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's third down and 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Hey, echo! Cut! 41's the mic! 41's the mic! We got it!
Ben to throw again. That's out to Chubb, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
with the score, Niners 14, Buccaneers 7. Michael Batchley on for the field goal. A 36-yard line.
Badgley's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Let's go!
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The 38-yard line.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Goff. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Kenny Golladay, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Chubb running right. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
These two. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. It's caught, Cooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards that time for number 19.
1st down, San Francisco.
Roethlisberger now over 200 yards already in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
That's what I do.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 18 yards to pick up there.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Ready? Select 20. Keep it up, defense. Keep it 50.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. A loss of 2 there, second down. They blitzed there, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have mattered had they blitzed or not. That run play was going nowhere.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult at times to figure out where that defense is coming from. But if you're committed to running the football, you can get people up on those linebackers, right? Those guards don't have to block even at the line of scrimmage. They can get up to the second level and create some space.
A toss play to Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, third and long. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be caught. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Mostert. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyler Lockett, 73 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Randy Bullock set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And it's 3rd down.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff. His throw incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
3rd and long. It's Goff. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's fielded at the 45. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Set! 180! 50! Like 50! Rabbit, rabbit! Rabbit, rabbit! 22, 44.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Watch the eye.
Now Roethlisberger. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Touchdown, 49ers. How about Ben Roethlisberger, his 5th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The final shot before break here. Goff. And he slings one that's incomplete. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I got you, punk.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
They run again with Carson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
From the gun, here's gone. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Goff now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Black 20. Mike 51. We own him. We own him. He's cracked. Good. He's checking crack.
These two.
Move.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Amari Cooper with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Switch.
Here's Goff. He's got Jack Doyle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going to go for it. It's gone. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. Complete. This is Lewis. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Like 20.
51's the mic. I don't even know why this team showed up.
3rd and 2. Gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They run it again with Chubb. And he powers his way up past the 30. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready. Go to base. Mike 51. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 9. Check 9.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
31-yard line.
180. 51. No gain on this defense. No gain.
From the 31, Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hoping to get themselves kick-started.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
A shotgun snap for gone. It's caught. Lockett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw down the field, caught by his running back. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49ers' 35-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again. Gone. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Goff. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 12. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Accelerating, and off he goes.
All game, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. So the victory here for San Francisco.